Yeah. Welcome everybody to Barn Time episode 7. The band is warming up and we're feeling fine on this rainy day. We're so happy you guys are here tuning in with us. It's been a journey and we want to take a moment to just give a special thank you to all of you that have been tuning in, checking us out and sharing your ideas and input along the way. So don't hold back on the comment section. Kyra's not playing the comment section this time. He's playing the bass. In fact, he's we got our man on the bass tonight. I just want to do a quick roundabout with the technical staff here. These guys make it happen, so we want to put the light on them for a second. We got Andrew Ware on the sound, killing it, setting things up, coming in the day before, just really making it sound buttery. We got Noah Schuler, man in the operating the camera today. Thank you, Noah, for being here. It's really just this epic crew of people that come together. We got Ryan Burrell, Touch Mix. This guy can manage he has a production studio anywhere you want. He's mobile. He's talented. He has the skill set and know-how to make it happen. So hit these guys up. They're making it happen. Thank you for being here. We have a special night. Happy holidays to everybody. We're going into the new year. This is like the purgatory in between the holiday and the new year. It's like we don't know if we should go back to work, but we kind of should. But maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah.
You like that last part? Yeah. You know, there's a time and a place to have an excuse, and this is that time.
I was loving the work off last week. myself.
Yeah. It was nice. Well, you guys, we are in the barn tonight, warming up our fingers and toes, fluttering those feet. We got special guests and a beautiful band. Anthony Collins, thank you so much for being here today.
Dude, thanks for having me.
Such
I appreciate it.
such a legendary dude. I'm so excited to get into the conversation of your music and the multi exploration with genres and all of you guys. This is really an all-star group you have here backing you up. It's pretty incredible, and we're excited to talk a little bit about that today.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm grateful to be here. So yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
man, awesome. So before you guys go into the next tune here, yeah, I've been looking at your music. I've been listening to it for a while, seeing you at live shows. Like before COVID hit, it was just like I loved being there and dancing and really getting into it. You have this way of tapping in to so many different genres, like I was saying earlier. And so like, do you feel like blues was a foundation for you, or do you feel like you kind of immediately started getting into multi genres, or
So yeah, first like all the jams and stuff, like going to local jams and stuff. It's kind of like the standards was playing the jazz standards and then playing a lot of the a lot of blues stuff too. So
yeah,
those came hand in hand, and that's kind of like how like within those genres, that's where I built up a lot of chops and stuff and learned a lot of how to listen, really,
yeah,
just how to listen better. And then like from there, it just like it came down to, okay, there's these other genres that I like, but I didn't know what if you had to call it something, right?
yeah,
So when it came down to time for that, but really I'd always been listening to every style of music since a little kid. I had a box of cassettes given to me when I was a little kid, and it had everything from Johnny Cash to it had like Johnny Cash, one cassette, Van Halen. You had a bunch of oldies, like Chicano oldies, like East Los oldies. You had like you had the bunch of Philadelphia sound stuff. Like there was like some cassettes of like Blue Magic, and then there was some other stuff.
So right off the bat,
just everything. It was just like a big stirring pot of just like all kinds of genres of music. So from a very young age, I was already listening to like all styles of music.
so very young. Are we talking 5, or what are we talking here?
I don't know how old I was. Probably like, yeah, at least like
In inches. We're
little,
talking in
little.
inches.
Dude, I was a little ass kid, man. Like,
Yeah.
I remember. I'll tell you this. I'll
there.
tell you this to give it to give it an idea. The desk that my boombox sat on, the legs were pencils, right? So that
Wow.
gives you an idea how old I was. The desk was pencils. I remember that, and the chair was like pencils and like an eraser, like. It was crazy.
That's
yeah. So
right.
having that exposure at an early age, that must have been must have been some influence there from Papa. Just wanted a quick shout out. We have Kenny in the house tonight, folks.
That's my dad.
Yeah,
Kenny.
yeah. Stoked to be here. It's the rain is coming down on the barn right
Oh,
now, and
it's
it's so
pouring.
beautiful. Yeah, it's like you really start to appreciate shelter when it's like wet outside, and you're inside, and you're playing a vessel drum kit, just like looking great over there. By the way, we got the new house, the new Barn Time drummer,
Yeah,
sponsored by
basically,
Barn Time. Malachi Johnson. Thank you so much for being here, Malachi, as well.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, second time. First time was with.
It costs a lot to have them in the same room. You know, you gotta.
Mhm.
At least he charges me. I don't know. Does he charge you guys to hang out with him?
Yeah.
Every
He
minute, yeah.
charges me money. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's it.
We're by the minute. Are you by the hour?
The lovers deal.
The lovers deal.
Yeah.
All right.
How come we don't have that deal? What's going on with that?
That's
Yeah.
kind of scary. What
That's
do I
the
have
key,
that
bro.
deal?
That's the key.
Food goes a long way.
You gotta feed him.
Well, I know you guys have a lot of energy in those fingers of yours. So let's hear a tune. What do you think?
Sure.
Yeah.
Way up high, up above the sky, there lies a star, 1,000 of your charms, and I wonder when you're coming home. 'Cause ever since that day that you went away, my heart hasn't beat the same. Said it's alright, no need to fight. All this time you wanted to move on. Late at night, when the moon is bright, the shadows call your name, but the voices aren't the same. And I wonder where have I gone insane, thinking all alone, waiting by the phone, the time that we spend, what could it have meant? And I wonder, where did you go? You said it's alright, no need to fight.
Wow. That was a beautiful song.
That was cool.
Yeah, I love Anthony's new songs are really like, there's like a 50s song to that, like there's that. You got like Stevie Wonder sounding stuff. I'm really excited about the new stuff this guy's been recording.
Yeah.
With who you been working with?
Alvino Bennett, and if you look him up, he's got a whole resume of players that he's worked with over the years since the 70s. Going from Minnie Riperton to Stevie Wonder to Robin Trower to Slash to like everywhere. He just crosses genres. He's been doing it for a long time. And
Wow.
So
How'd you guys link up?
I opened for Lance Lopez a couple years ago. That was freshman year of high school, so that was like a couple years ago in Long Beach.
Yeah.
This place, it was called Mulaney's, and it was a Cadillac Zack event. Cadillac Zack's a cool dude. Check out his events. And we were opening. I was playing with a different cast of characters. But I did a gig opening for this guy Lance Lopez, who's from Texas, who's a good friend, great player. Check him out if you don't know who he is. And his band was all-star lineup. It was Alvino Bennett on drums, and so it was like that's how I met Alvino.
Yeah.
And he had Fabrizio Grassi on bass, power trio. Fabrizio, good friend too. So that's how I met those guys, and ever since they've been just really cool people. Fab's worked with like everybody, Gary Clark Jr., like all kinds of people, and it's just cool to have been able to work with those people. And Alvino and I have always been in touch since. Like, let's do some music, and I was always like writing songs and tossing them out because I'm like, I gotta wait till I get something that's worthy to give to him.
Right.
And so like I finally, like within this past like couple months, I actually finally gave him something, and then we just started working together recently. So
Is that last song? Or
no.
this is a new song?
That one,
That's different.
no. He
Okay.
There's other songs though there's 2 songs I'm gonna do later that.
Which album is this?
This one,
the last
none
song?
of this is recorded.
not released
There's some
yet.
stuff that's recorded
Wow.
that we'll play later, and I'll point it out to you.
Yeah.
I'll let everyone know.
Do you have plans on recording that one?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Anything that I got written right now, I'm planning on doing something with it.
Nice. When did you write that one? What is that song called, by the way?
A few months ago, man. Like definitely right before COVID, like before all that, like all these songs I wrote were like right before like the shutdowns and all that. But the last one was called Moving On. I don't know.
Is it love related?
I don't know. I guess.
Is it
Is that
just-
what you were thinking?
I don't
Who
know.
broke your heart, fool?
I don't
just
know.
kidding.
Sometimes
Who hurt you?
I feel like everybody. Oh man, the list goes on. But I feel like love and music are just kind of intertwined. It's hard to separate the two sometimes.
Goes
so
hand in hand.
it goes
No, just
hand in
kidding.
hand, dude.
I didn't
You
wanna
can really
say that.
like understand those songs, man, once you feel, like
Yeah. Or what is? do you feel like opening it up a bit about what this song means to you? Like moving on is there must have been something.
Damn, dude, on
I
the spot.
know.
Yeah,
You could
I
be-
guess.
you-
Yeah,
there's-
I
there could
guess.
be
Yeah, sure.
ambiguity.
Sure.
Ambiguity.
It was something along those lines. Yeah,
Yeah.
There you go. I'll gladly talk. Oh,
I've been
damn,
there.
I don't
I've
know.
been there. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was something about that. Yeah.
It sounds the same as mine, but a little different.
hey, we've all been there, and yeah,
No.
that's why like music, like you can really relate when you hear songs like that or songs like, for myself, when I was going through like a lot of heartache and heartbreak, I was listening to only like shit like that. Like Theo Katzman had this album Heartbreak Hits, and it was like fucking like, and then when you're in a good spot, you're listening to like a lot of like just happy shit and relating
Mhm.
to that. But yeah, man, that song is great.
Yeah.
All these
I love when like a sad song, when you like lyrically sounds like happy and joyful, and you're like, oh, this is so great. But then you start listening to it, and you're like, fuck,
right.
damn,
I love that too.
it's so real. It's so good. But I don't know. There's like, just because it's a sad song doesn't have to be like that song was getting me hyped. Like moving
Really?
along sounds. Wait, it's moving along.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on. Sounds like like you got a pep in your step. You're
That's
ready.
cool,
You're ready for the
but
next thing.
Yeah.
But you
like-
just blasted through something, and then there's like a new swing. I don't know. It's nice.
That's cool. No, yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely came from like a weird, like sad spot at one point, but like you
What's-
know,
What about? Can you give me your favorite line from that song? Maybe not favorite, but
I
just
can
one
remember the
first one
words.
that comes to mind. Yeah,
Um,
we can go back to it too. We
I
can go
mean, I
back to
think
it.
like I think a good point is that like it's moving on not just from not just from love, but like moving on from anything, you know, like
Mhm.
stuff affects us all the time, like whether it be work related, family related, fucking COVID related.
applies to
You know.
everyone and anything.
Yeah, just move. You got to move on, and just like the only thing constant is change. So just keep it going. And I like that about like songs and like that one in general. You can have multiple meanings and multiple.
that's
Moving
cool.
on.
I appreciate it. That means a lot, guys. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Beautiful song, man. Beautiful
Because
song.
none of this is recorded yet, so it's like I appreciate you guys
Well, now it
giving your
is.
input. That's
Now
cool.
it is.
That's cool.
Yeah. I know. So do you think it'll transform into something different, like a different arrangement by
Oh
then?
yeah,
or-
yeah. Because
Yeah.
like I was playing some other songs with these guys, and then before I went and introduced them to Alvino, the arrangement got like tossed, and then they're like, dude, we're having to like kind of relearn these songs a little bit, because like you know you kind of it's kind of funky to us because we got so used to playing it a certain way, and so yeah, things get changed.
Yeah.
And
love
and,
that.
and even like because like my whole thing is too like it's not necessarily like the guitar is the main instrument either for like the songs too, you know. So
Mhm.
it's just like I'm just kind of arranging what I as best as to my ability of what I know,
Yeah.
and but with the colors I want, with you know how I want everything voiced, and then
What's that process like for you in terms of like, do you just sit down and start writing, or is it kind of like you jam it out, then write it down, or?
there's been some stuff where like it evolved from like a jam thing that I was playing on, but sometimes, but a lot of times it was like kind of like I don't know, based off of an idea. Like I don't know. Like for example, "Hitting All Cylinders." There's a song I have that you could find. Like when I wrote that, I remember I was thinking like how it's kind of weird, but like how Led Zeppelin's "Black Dog," like they do a line and like they do this cool riff, and then they let the note ring out for the verses, and Robert Plant starts singing, and then once he's done singing, they go back into the riff. So that's how I was like, I'm gonna write a song that's got like that idea.
cool.
Like so when I wrote "Hitting All Cylinders," it's gonna have like a riff, and then when I sing, gotta let it ring out, and then go back into this riff that like it swings, it kind of brings you back in. So like I don't know, there's just like things like that kind of. Oh, I hearing just listening to everything, because like I'll derive ideas from like not only from rock stuff, but R&B, even old jazz stuff. Like
When do you feel like you soak up the most inspiration? Is it like listening to a record or going on a walk, and you're like, it's like, because things might pop up.
I listen to music all the time,
All
so
the
it's
time.
just it's just random, dude. Like it's
What
so
about,
funny.
like, mornings or evenings or nights, or just
Yeah, man. It's
all
all
the
the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have like a
Bumping,
third
bro.
eye that opens in terms of like the
a
highest
third eye? I don't
absorption,
know about that.
or like a highest absorption point of the day?
No, just kidding. No, yeah, no,
just
I know
kidding.
what you mean. No, yeah, it's like it's like I'll listen to something and I'm like, dude, like how like I'm like how do they think of that? And I get like so like not goosebumps, but I'm like geez, like I need to practice more and like be able to think like them, because it's not like anybody could play what they're playing.
Mhm.
I'm like, how do I like think like that? So I'm just trying to get better all the time, and like and techniques and everything, and just how to apply it, because it's like, dude, like when I'm listening to that stuff, I'm just like, how do they get to that point? What, like I said, there's a process. What was the first, incarnation of the song, before it
Mhm.
even got to our ears? It's like,
Right.
so it makes me want, like, that's kind of when I'm listening to music. I'm like, I'm kind of wonder too, like, what where's the main root of it all for it, the main
Yeah.
idea, but it's because it's cool. Everything gets added in after the fact,
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. And having that mentality is going to make you remain the best guitar player in the world. So.
Jeez, I don't know
Yeah.
about that,
always
but thank
striving,
you.
always striving and taking ideas and soaking it up. I think that's really important.
The best guitar player right here is the moment. I'm not gonna say anything else. I'm not the best at all, but maybe right now,
Oh, man.
for the second,
It's special.
this
Is what
split
it is.
second,
You know,
I had
no
nobody,
matter where
dude.
it places,
You're
it's
humble. It's
special.
good to be humble, man.
It's true.
Keep in mind, there's a small room, so there's not a lot of people in here. So you know, that's why
Kenny's in
that's
there.
why I said I'll be okay for.
Yeah. Do
You
you
don't gotta
do you
explain yourself.
I was just saying, man, I'm not that great. I'm trying, you know.
trying
I'm-
sounds really good.
I'm just trying to get better at it, man. I'm just trying to get as good as my peers and you know, my friends, my heroes,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, and I like I'm just still trying to get to these guys' level at the end of
Yeah,
the day when
right.
it comes down to it, you know, like
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Yeah.
with whoever I'm playing
No,
with.
I agree.
Anyone I play with is always going to be better than me. I'm always playing with people better than me, so that's the only way I'm able to keep learning. If I play with people that for say I'm better than, which is like whatever that means. But if I were to do that, then there's nothing to gain from it. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I'm just gonna play all day and not, you know, I want to at least gain something from the gig or the session, whatever it may be. It's
You
like
wanna
I want to
grow.
learn, you know,
Yeah.
I want to. And be around good people. So it's like
Mhm.
it's an honor to work with people with good attitudes and, you know, good morals. So it's good to work with these guys and
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
to
I feel
learn,
like-
just to keep
Honor's
learning,
all
just
ours,
keep
man.
working, just keep working with people better than me. That's just
that's a good goal. You're
that's
only-
been the best thing, just to keep working with people better than me. It doesn't matter, just try not to be shy and just like go try to work with them.
Yeah. Do you feel like you get moments of shyness?
Oh,
approach
dude,
someone?
yeah, dude, of course,
Yeah.
yeah,
Kenny
Yeah,
used
Kenny
to give out all
laughing
the
over
business
here.
cards. You
yeah.
should see this guy now, Anthony.
Yeah. I mean, it's
We got
Big time.
Because when I get behind the mic, then all of a sudden I clam up. But when I'm on the streets, I'll hustle and do all the talking.
yeah.
It's
It
a good
feels
team.
good though. It feels like put yourself out there and you're like, wow, that was intense. But wow, I feel like I did it.
I'll go
made it
because
through.
I don't get shy playing at all or singing.
Not
Yeah.
on stage.
But if I'm on stage at all or anything, I don't get shy at all. But like if I'm just like public speaking, like for a school thing or like how I just have to talk to people, like it could get weird.
if you
It
could
could get
sing it-
weird.
if
I
you
can
could sing
start
it to
forgetting
them.
what I'm talking about. I can start, you know, I just start like,
write a song
it's
about
like,
it.
Yeah, right.
geez.
It's like all your presentations in school should just be like, you got a guitar in hand, you know, it's in the key of
Would've
whatever you want
helped.
to play, you know.
Would have helped.
Probably would have.
Like Captain America with a shield, you know, he could hide behind the guitar and speak
Jeez.
all day long.
Yeah. And he would throw the shield sometimes
Yeah.
and bounce back.
Yeah, he does that
We gotta
sometimes.
know
get
if
you
I
like
could
a
throw this
like a
thing.
boomerang guitar or
Y'all look
something.
too bouncy.
What was that?
So what? I got a question. What's some of the music
to my
that
sponsors.
you're talking about that like you said you're like, well, how can I think like that? Like,
So like lately, like if I were to look at my phone, probably like there's like, you know, everyone always says like Jay Dilla and stuff like that. I like, but I like all that stuff too. Like, so like I'll listen to like the last like 5 songs probably on the way here. Like were like a Jay Dilla song, The Animals, like Moby Grape. Like just it's like I listen, like I like a lot of the vintage like psychedelic stuff too. Like and I've been hearing like some of the newer stuff that's coming out too. Like I think it's called Levitation Room, but they're like modern like hi-fi sound, but they're like got a psychedelic thing to it. So I'm like, it's kind of cool like seeing how a lot of that stuff's coming full circle. So like lately I've been listening to like a lot of the psychedelic stuff again, cause like I'm like that's kind of what wanted me to play guitar is like the 50s stuff and like the psychedelic stuff. That's why I wanted to play guitar. It was like Richie Valens and Jimi Hendrix, you know, those are
Mhm.
like the two for me, and like Buddy Holly and Eric Clapton, you know, it was like, and so now it's like I'll listen to, like I said, like anything that like it could be prog rock, you know. I like, you know, Billy Cobham. I love all that. I love Yes.
Glam rock.
Giant Peach.
Glam
Oh yeah, glam rock. I love David Bowie, the early stuff. You know, like the Ziggy Stardust stuff where they had Mick Ronson playing guitar,
Mm.
and you know I like Funkadelic Parliament. You know,
yeah.
like all the stuff that you guys all like. You know, and some. You know, I'd have to really think about it to like pull something out that you guys probably don't already
And there's
know.
a time and a place for everything too. I feel like some stuff will be more influential in some locations or sometimes.
Yeah, because
know?
sometimes, you know, you're listening to certain music and it's not clicking for whatever reason for that moment you flip something that's a whole other side of the
Like
spectrum.
I'm sure you like Saturday, you're probably like throwing your roller skates on, Earth, Wind and Fire down the old
Right?
boardwalk,
Right?
the high tube socks.
Yeah, that's what, yeah. Like there's a song for every moment, So it's
Dancing in September.
Oh,
But that's-
yeah.
right.
Now we're talking.
But that's what's cool though too. Like you were saying earlier, like some songs can mean multiple things. So it's like one person, it's like, oh, it makes you think of this or want to do that, and
Hmm.
another person, it's like, it makes me want to take a shower.
You've had a song make you want to take a shower?
Probably. I mean, if I wrote a song like that's gonna be a disappointment to me. Maybe.
Wow, what would that mean? It's
I
like,
don't know.
you
That's
just,
a
like-
weird.
Yeah, why?
You just need to like clean yourself because it was so nasty, right? It was just like
That new Cardi B.
Damn.
Is that
See,
new Cardi
it had to
B?
it made you want to take a shower because it was so nasty. Ooh,
it could be good. It could be good. It could be a good thing.
it
I
could
don't
be.
'Cause you stink.
There you go. You have the trademark, so that's your thing now. So
It's my thing.
yeah.
Could be our thing.
So you have to write a song now.
Okay. We're
I'm
gonna
gonna hold you
Like-
to that.
Like right now.
right now.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah,
spot,
yeah.
let's hear it.
Woo,
Yeah,
yeah.
bro, give
And
it
we
back to
have
them.
the band playing right now.
We have the band playing.
Should we do one of the tunes you just recorded?
Up to you guys. You guys, I'm here.
Yeah,
So
that
I'm down
sounds
for
nice.
anything. Let's
When
yeah.
Down.
When did you record? Just recently?
Yeah, just recently, yeah, a couple months, like a month ago?
About a month
If
ago.
anything, yeah, if anything,
It's
like a
not
month ago.
mixed yet. It's not. Yeah, there's still waiting to
Oh,
mix
let's hear it. Hell yeah.
It's fresh.
Wow.
Can.
Fresh for release.
So this song's called "Ain't What It Used to Be." So. One, two, three. Sitting across the table, looking for some trouble. You know it's just for fun. The way you look at me, I really see it, I do. And now the moment's on. And sometimes I get all mad. Now and then, little sad. And other days, I feel so bad. Yes, I do. Always do. 'Cause things ain't what like they used to be anymore. Every day is a memory, nothing is sure. Always skipping turns to be right on time. Yet I never learned. Cutting corners fast, running through those halls, hoping it will last. Well, sometimes I get all mad. Now and then, a little sad. And other
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, next level is a good word for it. That was amazing. Just the tones, the rhythm, the just like the fucking with the time. It was just like so tight, and the song has so many different spots, so many different places. I feel like my mind went so many different places. I couldn't. I was like, I'm gonna try to remember one thing to talk about next time, and it took me places.
Well, thank you. I don't know if that's good or bad, but thank you.
That kind of goes back to what you were talking about earlier, like playing with people who are better than you, or at least like who understand music in a different way that you do, because it allows you to, at least for me, it allows me to like play off of what they're doing and like be able to take it to those different areas in the music without losing the essence of the song itself, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. It's so cool.
That's true. Cause like I'll be thinking like, okay, we're gonna do this or that, you know, like
Yeah.
to go to this part of the song, and it's like, oh, this part feels good. Let's stay here a little longer. So it's like, oh, I'm a solo a little longer right here, you know. so you know, like solo should have been a little bit shorter back there, but like I was like, no, fuck it, man. Malachi sounds good, you know.
And it's always
I'm feeding off of him and Kai, you know. I'm like
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes you don't want to fuck with it, so you just keep it going, you know. You don't want to mess it up.
One of the best moments for me is like when you don't even say anything, but you can tell that everyone's on the same page, like where it's about to go, or like if it should stay. Like if you think like that split second, like, oh, it should stay right here, and then you see somebody like, yeah.
It feels like the drummer's following your right hand. You know, like it feels like he's with your right hand. Like if you're a bass player, guitar player, it's like everyone's right hand is like with you, because like when you're a drummer, you lead with your right hand. If you're a left-handed player, you know, vice versa. But you know, everyone's leading with their right. You know, if you're right-handed, so it's like everyone's right hand is like so in sync. It's like you're just following each other.
You mean
It's
the hand that's strumming, whether it's right or left?
yeah, it's
that's
kind of
the one.
It's kind of weird. Yeah, when
that's
you start
wild.
when you start getting syncopated and stuff, it's like, you know, everyone's right hand is doing the same thing.
That's
Well,
cool.
Doing
For
the
me,
same movement.
right?
Everyone's hand is doing the same movement. You know.
And like
locked.
for me, like the best drummers, like always can listen to like not just the bass, but like the guitar and the keys and accent different things that those instruments are doing too. You know, like because there's 4 limbs and then your feet. Or no, I mean 4 limbs. So that's just mutant.
Are you
But
human?
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
but
for
you know what I'm
sure.
saying? Like Malachi's got that, and you know that's like I feel like when you play with the drummer, you can tell like just based on that kind of
Kind of limb isolation, be able like independence, kind of.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, dude. Yeah. Look at like Chris Dave and shit doing like all 4 different time signatures with every limb. Like,
6,
Wow.
5, 4.
crazy.
There was a moment
8,
in
you
that
know,
last
it's like
song.
they're all doing different time signatures. It's like, oh my god.
How did
And
they do
he'll
it?
he'll
Yeah.
do some weird shit like that too, and I'm like,
Right.
dude, you're lucky that like we're able to hang with you, dude. Because
I can do
if
that.
you were playing
when
with
we
somebody
do it.
else, you're playing with
Yeah.
somebody else, they would have messed up a long time ago, and like the song would have felt.
That's where the
crumbles.
comfort shit comes in, bro. It's like I know I can, if I decide to go there, I know I can do it because like they're not gonna lose it. They're
Yeah.
not gonna lose it, bro.
That was cool. Like
Yeah.
they got chops for days, and they know how to apply it like where it's needed. Like they
Yo.
don't just
Right.
like anybody could just like you know and play all these notes or whatever. But it's like knowing where it's needed and
placement.
putting it. It's all about
Yeah.
placing it.
You guys were talking about like you know the importance of blues a little bit earlier, and I feel like that's like it's obviously the foundation of a lot of American music, but I feel like if you can tap into like what it means to play blues really well, you can play anything like sparsely but still make it interesting, because that's the whole thing. Like that's how I perceive blues. It's like I'm gonna play the same rhythm over and over again, but I'm gonna make sure that you're still listening. Like if I
Change it up.
do something like every however many 100 bars, you know, it's like,
It'll
just
be
a
there.
little one thing, like you're so interested in it still that like it means that much more,
Mhm.
you know. And if you can do that with blues, you can put that in everything.
Because like we both played with like a lot of the same blues cats and stuff, so like I totally know what you're talking about.
It's like
So
almost
it's like,
harder
yeah.
to play simple. Like the more simple you play, the harder it is. So like locking it, like
Yeah,
like
to
you said,
keep it
making
that
it
groove, dude.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a moment in that last song when you changed the tone and you looked at Malachi and you guys were smiling. It was really cute, but it was beautiful because what
He's got a
happened?
great smile.
What
He's got a
happened?
great smile.
What he does, yeah. It's so good. Can we get a
Takes good
zoom in
care of
real
those
quick?
what-
No.
This
No.
guy's got good dental
What?
hygiene.
What happened?
No, it was
Really
just
white.
accelerated. It was like the song was there, and then once it was a tone change, the drum started playing louder, more syncopation, more rhythm, bass was picking up. It was like, do you feel like your tones have a strong influence in
The tones.
the
Oh
tones
yeah, dude. This guy's
in terms of song
in
structure?
search.
Talk about some
The tones,
tones for a
the
second. will
tones,
ya?
If you
dude.
knew how many guitars and amps Anthony had, you probably would.
How
not
about we give
understand.
you one pedal or one tone, like, we give you 2 minutes
I like
of
just
tone
plugging
talk.
straight into amps, really. So like,
Really?
yeah, this, I'll plug straight into any amp, and I'm cool.
So the tone's not in the pedal; it's in the amp.
It's in how you play the guitar.
It's in how you play the
Dude,
And in
guitar.
your touch, yeah.
Touch.
It's cliche.
Starts-
it's
yeah.
cliche as hell, dude. But it's in your fingers. Everyone says it, but it really is like in your fingers. Like, dude, like I like right now, like I don't like. All I brought with me is a tuner, a fuzz face, and a Leslie simulator, right?
Mhm.
And that's all I got. But all I'm really kept clicking on is the Leslie pedal, and that's that swirly sound like that. I ain't clicking on anything else. Anything else has been the amp. It's all,
Whew.
So it just depends, and that like just you kind of like got to a point where like the older cats are telling you why why do you plug it into pedals? You don't need anything, So it's like, all right, give it a shot, and then once you start playing like that, it's like, oh yeah, you totally make sense, and you get what they're talking about, and you start to really be able to hear all your mistakes. So that's what, because people can hide behind that stuff all the time, but it's not necessary. You don't need it, but it's cool when you when you watch your heroes and they're using some cool toys and stuff, and it's like it's not coloring it's not making them play different, but it's not coloring their sound. It's just it's like a color, but it's not overshadowing their playing.
Like you were talking about earlier with the placement, like the right time and place for
yeah,
it.
exactly. It's just like, oh, this song sounds cool for this or that. So
I think the best players can get really good tone with a lot of less stuff. It's the same thing as like, doing a groove. You can make something groove super hard like blues without doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It's all in like knowing your instrument almost. Like he can get so many tones, like sounds intentionally without the pedals. Like those are just candy for us, dude. It's like
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
great way. It's candy. Yeah. You don't need it. It's just
And there's-
it's sweet.
Even without the
Hype.
pedals, there's so many variables at play. It's like different types of guitars, different strings, different gauges,
Yeah.
different. I don't really know much about guitar, but like I imagine there's like lots of different variables that you can play with. What are you playing with right now?
So I use 10s on on all my Gibson like measurement like guitars, I use 11s. But like on this, any hollow body, semi-hollows, or like Fender style guitars, I use 10s.
What kind of guitar is that?
And this is a Ernie Ball Super Sport. It's an Axis Super Sport. So I'm sponsored by Ernie Ball. I'm honored to be able to have this guitar. I really, but
That's a beautiful guitar.
yeah, it is. It sounds great. And yeah, like I said, I use 10s on this. And then the amp, they're out of the Bay Area. They're called BC Audio. Bruce Clement builds them. They're hand wired, point to point wired, and they're non-clone amps. So he doesn't, build them off of other schematics. He has his own fresh schematic that he goes off of that.
Oh,
His
that's
own
cool.
idea,
Really, I thought that was supposed to be like a super lead.
No, they're
That's like
not.
his
So
own.
so he, if you had to compare it to something, like because he has all kinds of different heads.
Mhm.
But the one I have, like I got this one because like it has 2 channels, and a lot of the other ones it's just a single channel. And I wanted this one because at the time I really wanted like a fat clean channel and then a good overdrive channel. But basically the heads are based off of like late 50s Marshalls. If I had to compare it to anything, that for my ear, I'm like I like them because it's like I get that late 50s Marshall sound, like a 50s Bassman, a Fender Bassman, 410 amp, or like you get really shimmering, clean tones too. So it's like clean sound. So it's like you get the best of both worlds.
And they're making amps. This is a current company. This is
Yeah. They're current.
Okay.
Yeah, he like either last year or 2 years ago, he signed like a deal. So now his amps are like in Guitar Center and like Musician's
Nice.
Friend. You could buy them and
How'd
stuff.
you link up with these guys?
He actually hit me up 1 year after NAMM.
Yeah.
I played at NAMM 1 year at like the Hilton on a Saturday night, and the next week after the whole NAMM week, he hit me up, and so
Heck yeah.
ever since then I've been liking his stuff. I went up to San Francisco to his house and tried out some amps, and then I came home with this one.
Nice. Did you ever give him feedback, or like in terms of?
Do we talk? Yeah, we keep
Yeah.
in touch. Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's a good buddy. He's so cool. He's Bruce Clement. If you guitar player and you want to check out some cool amps and nerd out, go check out BC Audio.
Hell yeah.
Some,
There's
some cool stuff that's being made.
I think one cool thing to talk about would be like Anthony, you have a buddy who fixes these old amps and amps like this.
Dude, perfect.
That's
yeah,
helped me
Steve.
out.
I always butcher his last name. Langlois or
Langlois.
Langois. Dude, this
Langlois.
guy lives in Fallbrook. It was the craziest,
Legend.
the weirdest way to meet him. I needed my I think it was a tube screamer I had.
So,
I had a tube screamer and 808, and I have like the square knob, the square like foot switch, like
Oh, yeah,
most
yeah.
bizarre foot switch. So it's like, and I got a replacement one, and I was looking for someone to resolder it. Basically, that's what it came down to. I just needed someone to solder it and someone to order the part. That's what it was. I needed someone to order the part for me because I couldn't get it. And so we went to the store off Coast Highway, and the owner said that he gets a lot of his stuff repaired through this guy in Fallbrook. And we're like, wait, where? And like he gave us his address and like his phone number, and we're like, that's right down the street from our house. We're like, what? So it was like perfect, small world.
yeah.
Called them, and ever since then I've been learning how to work on my own gear, and just been taking him gear to work on, and Kyre's even taken him some amps and some other cool toys to fix and to work on, and it's been a good resource, and like that guy knows what he's doing. So if you need anything tube related, analog related,
get a hold of you. And you
hit me up in the DMs and like I'll
Slide it
shoot
in
you his
there.
info.
'Cause
Like
there's only like one.
there's
guy
a
in-
there's only
not
a
many
couple guys, dude, and
Yeah.
it's like you either got to drive way down south, or and it's
and
like
wait forever.
or wait a long time, for everybody, like, so it's like this guy, quick turnaround, good resource, just friendly guy, good people, he's just like you guys. Like
I love when
super-
that happens too, when it's
super
like
cool.
in your neighborhood too, and you're like, no way, I have like 4 or 5
Yeah,
things
it
I need
was the
fixed.
most
Right down the street, literally.
quarter mile.
And you're on the coast highway, be like, what? Why did I drive over here?
Yeah, and it's like it's like perfect because everyone in North County like the like has an issue now. It's like I'm always telling them, like, dude, this guy, it's in Fallbrook. It's not necessarily right by the beach, but it's like, would you rather go to Fallbrook or would you rather go to downtown San Diego and be in traffic? Like, come on, dude.
Right,
Like,
right.
Go to
Well,
the
dude, when I
go to
went
the countryside a little bit, and
Get out there, take a few deep breaths, maybe
Yeah,
go on a
dude.
hike.
it's pretty chill. It's pretty
Right.
cool, and like it's super rad. Like I said, a quick turnaround time. It's like sometimes a couple days, and I'm like, dude, thank you. Like we were, like Andrew was doing that Baja Blues Fest. What was it, last year, 2 years ago? And I had this head actually had like a problem like 2 days before we had to like drive out there, and like I was like not freaking out because I have other amps, but I was like, dude, I really like this amp. It's like my number one. And like Steve, he fixed it, for me and stuff. And it's like, dude, that guy, like I said, comes in handy. You need anything fixed, that's the guy to hit up, and I could get you his info, no problem.
Yeah, man.
That's good to know.
Yeah, dude.
It's good to know.
I think I waited like 2 months for this amp to get fixed at like the other legit guy I know down south.
Dang.
So like, dude, seriously, 2 months.
He who will not be named.
Oh no, Audio Doctor. I think
Oh,
the guy's
okay.
name is Mike or something. He's legit.
He's legit.
Really knowledgeable, but he has so much work.
Yeah.
So it's like
And that
it's not like
amp's
he's
probably really hard to fix too.
yeah. Well, he just replaced the whole inside. I don't know. Yeah.
That'll do it.
Maybe
he's
if we
like-
spread out the work, then everyone will have the same amount turnaround time,
Right.
and then everything will run smooth.
Anyone
If
who
more
wants
people
to learn.
know how to
Just
know how to do it. Yeah.
Joking.
So you work for a vintage guitar dealer too, right?
Yeah, I do.
So you've been learning.
Well, I haven't though. I haven't been. I've been working at a citrus fruit company in
Right,
Rainbow, at their shipping department.
RVO.
Yeah, Rainbow Valley Orchards, and
Shout out.
driving a forklift and loading semi trucks. So it's pretty cool. It's
Nice.
good pay. All
Yeah.
the overtime you could want, and it's pretty rad. I'm not gonna lie, it's close to home.
Some good fruit coming out of there.
Dude, it's all organic citrus fruit.
Nice.
Grapefruits, lemons,
Oh my
limes,
God.
oranges, navel.
Yeah.
Like, dude, everything, man.
This guy's
Yeah,
like
RVO.
Awesome.
this
perfect
guy's
fruit.
like Jim Croce, man. He's like so talented, but just still working those jobs, you know, and
Mhm.
like getting that honing that talent.
If he only had time in a bottle.
Exactly. Who's your
Classic.
boss there? Shout out your boss.
Yeah, Pat Raymond, the guy who has a lot to do with that company. He's a bass player now, actually, and that's how he got the job there.
Way back.
We play.
He's the man.
We've played music together since I was like 12, so he's like family. He's a good friend, and yeah, Pat Raymond, killer bass player, man.
It's good to have music and fruit intertwined.
Music
you
and
know?
fruit.
Yeah.
I think music is fruit.
Mm.
It's
Okay.
very fruitful, you know. Sometimes.
Can you provide us with some fruit, please?
Should we do one?
He-
The new way is like.
One, two, three, four. Got me confused on what to say. Is it left or is right the way? Never knew it would be this way. Wishing I would have spent the day understanding you throw my love away. Oh, when you leave today, going back to my own ways, putting things right in place. I don't mind what they say. I pay no matter to what they say. Understanding that you throw my love away. No, when that is alright.
you could feel it on the walls. Like the walls, like it's so good what you guys are doing. It's something special. So Malachi, this kit you're playing, you played it last time too, and it's sounds so good. Yeah.
Beautiful drums, man. Shout out to Vessel Drums. Pressing over at Vessel, dude. Like, if you're in San Diego, you need some good drums. This is definitely the guy. Custom. Amazing.
Sounds
I'm out of
really
breath,
good.
bro.
You that was a workout. That was some energy you guys were putting
Yeah, I
out.
love some water.
Where's it at?
I
I'm gonna
think
go.
we have some cups right there.
I'm gonna step off camera.
Little water session. What was the name of that song, by the way? Real quick, sorry.
Smoke and Mirrors.
Smoke and
So
Mirrors.
that's one that Alvino actually produced and worked on, but obviously we kind of jam it out and stuff.
Wow.
But
So was that from the beginning he was producing it, or you kind of gave him an idea?
so
and-
I wrote the whole. I had this song already written and arranged,
Yeah.
and he just tweaked the arrangement a little bit.
We
Yeah.
had a version,
Sick.
and then they changed it completely from the version that we knew.
is there a bittersweetness you feel in that a little bit, like in terms of like there were some
It's
ideas?
kind of like what we were talking about before with the song Moving On. You know, it's like
Mhm.
just because it's different doesn't mean that it's worse. It's actually a good thing, depending on what you're going for. You
Right.
know? So like, yeah, I'm attached to the old one because that's what we knew, but this new one's pretty sick too. It's just different.
And especially like when you're in the studio and you're recording, you're like, is this like it's never gonna be done? It's never gonna be done. Like at some point, you just have to stop, right?
You got to come to a point where like this is pretty much it.
This is
Because
what it's gonna
sometimes you
be.
can overproduce, dude, and then it makes the song worse.
Mm.
For sure. I mean that song's fun. I really like how unique Anthony's new tunes are coming out, you know, like, and all of them, it's like you're not listening to these songs and thinking that they all sound the same, you know. A lot of artists, like, they have a sound, which is important to have, like, a sound as a band or an artist, but
Yeah.
Anthony
that
sounds
just
like
comes-
Anthony, dude.
Yeah, exactly. He's got his sound, but his
Yeah.
songs don't all sound the same, you know? Like, I really appreciate that because a lot of times maybe it's an easy route to take with artists. They just, like, write a song, they like it, and then they just kind of, like, go
Mhm.
off that. Like, you know, like, I mean, I love AC/DC, but they, like, every song sounds the fucking same, you know? But they created that thing, like, sound, and, like, they're one of my favorite bands, but you know, when a band can really, or an artist, songwriter can really like diversify, I feel like that's special, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. It takes you places. Going back to what I said last time, it took me to a lot of places, which I really like. You do feel that multi-genre influence and drive in the songwriting, and just when you think you know where the song's going, you don't, because something else happens, and but at the same time it feels groovy, and you could like get into it. You know, it's like jazz meets I don't even know. It's like rock, blues, jazz. Do you have a genre?
I love it. I love everything, dude. I like funk. I like R&B.
There's all sorts of there's like fusion genres, right? Where you can tie in.
That one, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down.
We gotta change.
Yeah, which
That was
one do you
sick.
wanna do first?
Let's do. We gotta change.
Okay.
Do a shuffle. Thing.
Do a little shuffle.
We should do
Go from the blues to the funk.
There it is.
So we'll do some blues first.
Oh shit.
All right, yeah, we're gonna do. See, it's just changing. We're flipping the script. Or we're gonna do another original called Unbound. This one's off the CD called Hitting All Cylinders. The words we say take a big part, you know that's true. That's why I love you, but soon will come all of the heartache and tomorrow. What will it hold for me and you? Can't explain, no, but it's changing me. Can't explain, no, but it's changing me. You know I feel a very certain way I can't control what happens day by day, but my love is true. What can I do tomorrow? What will it hold for me and you? Can't explain now, but it's changing me. Can't explain now, but it's changing me. But what you say no. What else can it take? And it's all long. Every time you say it's gone. Can't explain, but it's changing me. Can't explain no, but it's changing me.
Malachi, yeah.
Malachi Johnson in the house. Woo! You guys, that was pure fire. That was pure fire. That I wish I could see it, but my face melted halfway through. God, my goodness, that
Classic.
was yeah, it was a classic face
Happens
melt.
every time you hear that song.
Every
for the
time I
first
see Anthony, my face melts. I don't know. It's like I want to see you, man. You got the beautiful smile, but like,
Fuck you, guy, dude.
Zach.
oh,
You put that song out at 15 years old, bro.
15 years
Yeah,
old.
the last time I put out anything was a couple years ago, dude. So it's
15.
overdue. It's overdue.
How
guy just had a
old are
birthday.
you right now?
I just turned 20 last
Just turned
Saturday.
20. Happy late birthday.
Thanks.
Yeah. It's birthday month, right?
This is the birthday show because
can
normally
be.
he has a birthday show.
Wow. This is the birthday
Every year he's
show.
got a birthday
Every
show.
year since his 12th birthday, I think, except for this year.
This is it. This is it. Let's do
This is the
Nothing to
birthday show.
book.
let's do like
Except barn time.
That's it, bro. Here we are.
here we are.
Birthday show. Yeah.
Dude. That's amazing. 15 years old, you wrote that song? That was
Yeah.
that some songs are just meant to last forever, you know. I feel
got
like
the CD in the car, bro. I'll give it to you before we leave.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
I
awesome.
got it.
This guy, he's
Heck
been
yeah.
playing with some cool players since a young age. What you want
worked
to?
hard.
What are like some cool people you've gotten to share the stage with throughout the years?
Greg Douglas, he's a former member of Steve Miller Band and many other bands, and he wrote Jungle Love. I got to play with Kevin Cooper many times, good friend. He's played bass with so many people. Yeah, you know. Chill Boy, that's actually local to Cardiff. He's played with Ike Turner and like
With Cooper.
everybody. Same with Kevin Cooper. Same with Cooper. Yeah. Like I said earlier, Alvino Bennett, Fabrizio Grassi, Lance Lopez, Stevie Salas. Jeez,
So many.
there's a lot, man.
Something came.
Oh, Chris Kane.
Laura Chavez.
Yeah, Lord Chavez. She's great, man.
Who's your favorite person you've played with?
Dude, that's fucked up. You can't say that because they might be watching
Top
this.
5 drummers you've got to play with. Top 5.
Edward Cleveland.
Edward
Edward, yeah.
Cleveland.
Because this guy's got all the 6 drummers.
But
Carl Johnson.
hold
Nah,
on
like-
though.
Who's that dude?
Dwayne Hathorn,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
the Pocket,
Pocket.
OG.
Mm.
He basically did my first gig with him. If you know if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be playing the type of shit I'd be playing, because he had a lot to do with the records he was throwing at me, like freshman year of high school, like 8th grade year. He was like all the funk, all the like
Showtime.
Roy Ayers, like
Showtime.
early Cool in the Gang. So Dwayne Hathorn,
Yeah.
killer drummer. He's from Compton, California, so he's got that West Coast sound. Like he's got that hip hop shit going on real nice.
You guys still play together?
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah,
Awesome.
with other bands too and stuff. So it's cool when that happens. But Dwayne Hathorn, this knucklehead, Edward Cleveland. Recently we did a gig with Michael Leisure.
That was sick.
He plays with Walter Trout and Philip Sayce full time. Kevin Henderson.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy, check him out. He's out of Marietta these days, but he's a cool dude. He's awesome. I love playing with him. The other day I seen a buddy of mine. You don't know him yet, but his name's Fred Sanapoli. That guy could play shuffle. He could play all the OG blues things. You know Fred. I think
Lady Star.
he was playing with Lady Star for a long time. He could play all the roots stuff really nicely. It's like that's how it should be played. Him, dude, it's been so cool to play with so many of these different drummers along the way.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I said Alvino, and the craziest thing one time, I was at it was called PK's Roadhouse in Lake Elsinore, and it was a jam, and I went there. I don't know. I just randomly went there one time, like a couple years back, and I was playing with this drummer, and he was like crazy. Like I was like, dude, this guy's like, not just does he have like only have chops, but like he's like actually like super musical with it and shit, and like he was like going overboard too, like just because he could. Like he's like, it's just a jam, you know, and he's just doing shit that was ridiculous. I'm like, this guy's like doing double time like the song, like, and then he would like modulate it and like go like split it in half and like do the fun. He was doing the funniest shit to it, and I started talking to him, and he had this German accent, and we started talking. And it turns out his name's Marco Miniman, and he plays with like Joe Satriani. And like that week when I met him, he's like, yeah, in like 6 hours I'm releasing an album, and it's with Alex Lifeson and like so like all these names. I was like, who the hell are you, dude? And so that was like a random adventure in like Elsinore. This dude Marco Miniman's like, yeah, I'm from Germany, but I just moved to this other side of the lake because it's cheap when I'm not touring, and it's like I want to be in California for cheap. And I was like, so you moved to Lake Elsinore? And so he's like, yeah, I like it. There's jams, and he's like, I get and beer. And I was like, this guy's cool.
What
Like,
more
he
do
was
you
super
need,
cool.
you know?
He was super rad. Like that's the only time I ever crossed paths with him. But like he was super cool. Like and like it was just super random adventure in like Elsinore.
Maybe a future collaboration to be had there somewhere.
Basically, my point is he was another good drummer I got to meet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The beauty of collaboration. That's awesome. I feel like, yeah, like you said earlier, the more people you play with, the more styles you can kind of adapt to
Yeah.
and learn from. You know,
Mhm.
everyone has something to share. You guys have another tune lined up there?
Yeah.
We've actually got a request from a viewer for Machine Gun.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We were trying to not do covers though.
Oh, that's a.
It wasn't me either, kid.
Yeah, that's kind of like the Barnes unofficial rule here. We're doing all
I mean,
OGs.
it
We're
is
doing all
your
OGs.
birthday show, so whatever you say goes. So oh, okay. Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
when COVID's over, come to a gig
Yeah.
and like I'll play Machine Gun for like 30 minutes for you. I don't even know who you are. I haven't seen your name yet, but
Who was
I'll
that?
play it for you 30 minutes.
Dan Maggs.
Ah, damn
Oh,
right.
dude, that guy, Dan, he's rad.
What up,
When I
Dan?
went to Chicago to play in Rockford, Illinois, I was part of like getting to play in this award show out there.
Blue
And
Black.
and he's a friend, a family friend, and so he was
Oh,
kind
nice.
enough. Like he's like, I live in Chicago, I'll drive you guys around, da 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 da. And like we tried to give him gas money, like he was like, no, just
He's a
super
good
cool,
dude.
super cool dude, just really nice guy.
Maybe we'll do an after hours show.
I
just
got
for
you,
him.
Dan. I got you in the future.
That's cool.
I'll record, yeah, a private version, so we don't get copywritten. I'll seen you somewhere, waiting all the time for your loving now. I know it's had enough when you out there waiting by the door. I know in the alleyways where they go and have those better days. Somebody said that they seen you walking back towards westward. I know that they're lying. I know they didn't try get no sound. I know that you had enough waiting by the door. I know it's headed for the world.
I'm sitting there now, sitting on top of the world now. I know it's all backwards, time and time again. I just want my best friend right there by my crook, and then I just want your love and touch every morning. There's so much. I just found no better things. I'm going on diamond rings. I know that you've had love walking through the door, and you know it's so just to find a war. I know what you find, what your love is right now. I know where to be, because I'm sitting on top of the world, baby. I'm sitting on top of the world now. I'm sitting on top of the world. I said I'm sitting on top of the world now, baby. You know I'm sitting on top of the world, baby. I just find no better way.
was cool.
You guys are such a power trio. It's ridiculous. Like, it's so strong. It satisfies everything I need, really. Musically, there's a lot of things I need personally, but it satisfies a lot of that. And I can't wait for what's to come with you guys. Like when things start opening up down the line, you know, like
Well,
venues
thank you for
start.
putting up with us and me.
Oh my goodness, dude! You're
Classic.
welcome back anytime. You know, it's that kind of thing. It's good. It's What were you saying, Karen?
I was gonna say, you know, we tonight went a little differently. We were gonna have Gino, and we're glad that he stayed home safe because it was really dangerous to drive his rig.
Yeah, he's coming from Riverside, so that would yeah.
Yeah, and then we have this guy Ryman on keys who plays with us sometimes, and he wasn't able to make it as well, but we love the trio, man. The core is just
Yeah, cause especially
Yeah.
too, cause like that's how it started for me too. It was like a power trio thing, so you know that's kind of like with the whole like how like the blues thing. How you're saying like from when I was getting started and stuff. A lot of it was like, okay, how can you hold for a whole band? You know how can you
Right.
apply like rhythm and lead in the right place? Like just it all applies to like any instrument in music. You know, just knowing how to apply what you know.
Yeah, yeah. I love that that groove that kept on reoccurring. That rhythm or that melody. It was just like that. That is mind controlling. Is mind controlling. It hits when all you guys kind of have that trifecta.
See.
Like it was so good.
Thank you, I appreciate it, man.
funky.
Yeah.
That shit's funky.
I've loved every song so far for sure. Are these all originals that you're playing
Yeah,
tonight?
these are all originals.
Wow.
Yeah,
What was the name of that one?
sitting on top of the world.
Oh
Or
yeah.
Cream of the crop. I don't know yet.
Just like that's
Cream of
kind
the
of
crop is like top. You know, you're the top, so it's like sitting on top of the world.
something
Something
yeah,
like
it's
that.
like
I don't know.
Feel like it, huh?
Mhm.
Bouncing on it.
that's like when you're walking down like Manhattan Boulevard or something like that, and you have that going on, and you're like, yeah, everything.
Tobey Maguire dance.
Yeah.
Show me the money.
That song will make people dance in their underwear when they're by themselves for
Good.
sure. Just like it makes you move. There's something I think that's a good testament to like a song that has solid groove is when if you can get secret cameras. I'm not trying to be creepy or anything. But like,
you get
you
to
get-
your camera.
if you're like,
Whoa.
all right, yes, testament to
Are they
the,
singing
to
it?
the-
Are they dancing
to the
it?
groove?
What they doing?
I don't know. I mean, if as long as they get like a just like a little leg movement, you know, we have to categorize what is dancing. You know, it's like
Some people just move their arms. You know,
that's true.
you get to a certain age and you just move.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
it's like halfway underwater.
I mean, I got kind of a little thing to say. You know, it's cool at these gigs. A lot of the gigs that we're doing are like 3 hours or whatever, and a lot of people are requesting covers, and it's really fun to do the covers and especially to take them places. But you know, it's nothing like just being able to play the original tunes because it's just like way more creative, I guess. I don't know, just more like meaningful. Like, you know, anyone can play a cover and they could do a sickest version or rearrange it or reharmonize it, make it sick. But like when you create a song and like play that for the world, you're really putting yourself out there and like just like putting a new it's like a baby and it's always changing, like we are saying. And
There's like a life that comes with playing original music that like was there when the people made the covers that we're doing. But
right, yeah,
to do it yourself is like a whole nother experience.
yeah. We got to do it to make money, you know. Do the covers. It's
Yeah.
fun.
They
So-
already made their money.
They
Yeah,
made they
exactly.
made
Yeah.
it. It was a thing when they did it. Now we want to do our own thing.
So,
Right.
what about certain parts of certain songs? Like, what if a certain song has like a really good drum groove, and you're like, well, what if we added that to this?
Well, you can't get away from that, especially on drums. Like
Yeah,
They can't get away from that.
you can't. You can't dude.
Yeah,
Like,
no shit's been
It's
done.
true.
most things have been done, but that's the cool thing about music. It's like
yeah,
you can always put your own approach to an idea
right.
to make it your own without like completely ripping off somebody's
I
shit,
always-
you know.
Yeah, for sure. I always think of the pretty shuffle. You know, he was always just like, oh, it sounds like you need the pretty shuffle. And it's like, well,
Yeah,
you're putting this everywhere, but it just needed to be placed in certain songs, like certain parts of songs, and like
Right.
it's just because it was created in one song doesn't mean it can't be put strategically in another song.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. And that's like where you get I love these original people like new new age, what comes to mind is maybe Mono Neon, who's been putting out a bunch of shit recently too. Has a new album coming out. Like, you know, he's got all the inspiration from all the shit, but just being himself and creative, like with his
Thundercat too,
playing.
dude.
Thundercat.
Dude, Thundercat. Yeah,
All that.
Thundercat.
Bass
Mono
players are
Neon.
making a comeback right now,
Yeah.
dude. Bootsy Collins started a movement.
Yeah.
And he's got all those guys playing on his record too,
Yeah.
which is cool. He's like, I'm just gonna sing. I'm gonna let you guys play bass on that track.
I love
Like
it.
he
man.
Oh,
has
wow.
Mono Neon playing bass on like his new album he put out. There's like a song. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's like Raw or something like that. But Mono's playing on it, and like all these different players on it. It's like
He's
it's
playing
cool.
with everybody.
It's
now.
cool. Like they play homage to it. You know. And
Bootsy got some good young guitar players on his album too.
yeah, he's got a
that we
friend of
know.
mine, Taz. He goes by they call him
Oh.
Taz, but Brandon Niederauer. That kid's from New York.
And
like, he's
Kingfish?
sick. Yeah, and Kingfish, Chris Tone Ingram. He's a buddy too. That guy.
Mm.
Dude, both smoking, and it's like they get to play on Bootsy's record. That's what's up, man. Like that's
So
cool
this
for
is
Bootsy to be like
Insane.
taking that, like,
Yeah.
people like that,
Like what
Super
happened to
cool.
him, you know?
you know, because that's what happened to him with James Brown and stuff too. Exactly. So it's like it's cool. He's paying it forward.
This is an album that's coming out soon.
No, it's already out.
It's already
yeah,
out.
it's already out. Yeah,
Okay.
it came out like maybe a month ago or something.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
He's
like,
dropping the music.
What's
Yeah.
it called?
dude, I have no idea off the top of my
Don't know
head,
It's
but
called
I just know it's
Bootsy.
pretty
Let's get
sick
an
though. It's
iPhone at
pretty
work,
fire
yeah.
though. It's pretty fire though.
Yeah.
Hell
It's
yeah.
got everybody on it, like all the newer people that we are listening to. It's like, dude, they're all gonna play with a legend, you know.
So sick. Probably my favorite live show was Bootsy's Rubber Band. Like at the Belly Up, it was like the loudest show. Everyone who works there said it was the loudest show they've like heard. Like it was insane. But,
One of
Loud-
the raddest
loud
shows we
equals.
got to see. We went to go see Marcus Miller
yeah,
at Catalina Jazz Club or something like that.
yeah.
That was a really killer show, dude. Marcus Miller, man.
I know. Thanks for including me on that. That was just
Yeah.
crazy inspiration.
What was the venue?
Catalina Jazz Club, I
Oh,
believe.
they
in
do that. Yeah,
LA.
they do the Jazz Fest over
Yeah.
at Catalina. It's like
No,
on
no,
the
it's in-
Avalon
is it?
side.
I don't
this
know.
is
No, it's in LA.
In LA, it's like a little
Oh,
like
not
supper
Catalina
Yeah.
club.
Island.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a
No,
jazz
yeah.
They do
supper
it-
club where like the most heavy hitting
Yeah.
dudes come through for like 6-7 nights, 2 shows a
Cool.
night.
A buddy of ours,
Wow, that sounds sick.
Monster bass player Victor Franklin from San Diego. Check him out, dude.
Sick,
He invited us.
dude.
He
Yeah.
invited us.
He invited
and-
you. You
Well,
invited me.
yeah, he invited, and then I invited him. I was like, "Well, Kyle, you want to come with me? Like, dude, like, let's go." It was like a car full of like all the Monster bass players. It was him and Victor Franklin and Smokey Bear, Frederick Lawson, and like it was cool. It was like a car, and it was rad. Like just to go watch Marcus Miller with all these monsters. They're like, "Dude, you see what he did?"
Car full of bass players. I
Yeah,
feel like the
yeah.
car would just be
Crazy,
sagging
dude.
low for some reason.
Just
Like,
sagging
those
low.
low notes, you know.
we were all like, whoa. I mean, they've had seen Marcus. I had never seen Marcus.
Yeah.
But just that caliber of a whole, like the whole band, you know, he's amazing, but like his
The
whole
unit.
band
Yeah.
is just
Mm.
fucked, you know.
That's why
I
it's good to
know.
like you know you need to go listen to players like I said like playing with people better than you and stuff. It's like you just need to like go and absorb all that, dude. Like there's like there's so much you can learn in a bedroom, and like but just being able to go see it in person, it's a whole other thing. And then like picking what you can from all that, what you can comprehend,
Mm-hmm.
and woodshedding on that and going to a stage and taking that, it's like doing that time after time. It's like, dude, you just like that's how those guys did it, really. That's
Yeah.
like, it's just you sink or swim, and you just got to see what you can really do, and it comes down to being on the stage because
Yeah, totally.
it's your name on it, and it's pretty cool though. Like it was a good example to see like Marcus doing that with his band that we seen that night, because they're all young players too.
Right.
They're probably all from like MI or something,
Oh, cool.
I wouldn't doubt it. That's where they get a lot of their bands nowadays. So it's like
Yeah, yeah.
they're probably a bunch of MI cats that are just slaying, and they're all young. And it's like, dude, you get once again playing with another legend. It's like
Right.
so cool.
So you said something there about like inspiration in the bedroom and inspiration in seeing a live show. Do you feel like there's a certain percentage, loosely, just in
Dude,
terms of like, because you
is it
you
like
probably
split
do a lot of
half
like
and half?
noodling. Yeah, like, do you feel like you come back from a live show and you're like, all right, now I got this like Super Saiyan boost, and the next morning I'm gonna like apply these new ideas, or is it kind of a little mixed? Or
It's like
how do you feel?
mixed for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, dude. Like it's like you get to go see and like you hear these sounds, and it's like You know, how can you get to that sonically? You know, and so it just kind of
Mhm.
it's a little just like a little boost for like emotional motivation.
Yeah.
Really, it's like well, like I heard this and that, and it just gets you pumped.
Mhm.
Like there's been times where I went to a concert the night before I have to go do a show or something, and it's like definitely find that to be an effective thing.
I feel like you had a better result because of the viewing of the performance
Dude,
prior.
yes, hell
Willie
yeah.
John Roth.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I went to see like Willie John Roth. Like he's like one of the original guitar players from the Scorpions.
Wow.
One of my favorite guitar players. He's like OG. Like he's like German Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
And we went to go see him at Ramona Main Stage, out of all places. This guy was playing there, and he was doing like a 3-hour show too. Like because he doesn't ever play in the States, like ever. So he's like, I'm gonna book all 3-hour gigs at every
It was
venue.
more than 3
Hell
hours,
yeah.
dude.
It's so like he went and like we left
Wow.
at like 2 a.m. or some shit. Like
2 a.m. He had a sound check at 10 in the morning.
yeah.
Then I'm like, bro, we gotta
I
go.
was
We were
like-
halfway through the show already.
Yeah.
Dude,
10 in the morning.
That
That's
that
an early
Ramona
sound check.
main stage. It's funny, the guy who booked there,
Love
Joe
that place.
Joe Troutman, I think his name. He used to book at the Jumping Turtle in
Oh, really?
in San Marcos, and like my band growing up played there a lot because it
Damn.
was a all age spot, and we'd go and like a lot of metal show. I was pretty into metal.
There's
at
a lot
the
of metal
time.
shows there, yeah.
This band
Jumping
Nihilist,
Turtle, yeah.
local band, was like my fucking favorite, and like
Sick.
but anyways, that guy, he gave us a lot of cool opportunities. We opened up for like Steven Adler from Guns N' Roses, the
Nice.
drummer, and like it's like Dawkins and some
Oh,
random
okay,
bands like
rad.
that. Michael Schenker group. But yeah,
Oh,
that-
dude,
he
yeah,
always
dude.
did
I
that
love
sort of
Michael
shit.
Schenker.
Yeah, he always got that sort of shit like at the Ramona main stage. Like
And like Brick by Brick, they do that too. I think like they do like a lot of shows like that.
yeah, oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
I think a lot of the same people that play there like do that too.
Right. That's an OG venue. I forgot what the first name was for that, but this guy I worked for cleaning pools. His band, he's like 60. His band back in the day used to play that spot, I guess, all the time.
Like Ramona. It's a nice venue.
Right. Oh, we were talking about Brick by Brick
I'm
now,
sorry, I'm
but
sorry.
Yeah, Brick.
Sorry.
but yeah, that's fun too.
Did
I
we ever
mean,
find the name of that album out? Dude,
Yeah, I seen it.
you
Hold on
did?
one second.
You did? We had an
Yeah.
iPhone on it.
Bootsy Collins' album is The Power of the One.
Power of the
Oh, yeah,
One.
yeah.
Okay.
there you go.
Which
feel like-
Dan Maggs actually came in with that one too.
Dan Maggs. Dan Maggs is back.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Dan.
Dan.
That's-
Featuring Brandon Taz, Niederauer, and Kingfish, Kristen, what's his name?
Kingfish.
Stone.
And what else? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all those guys on there. Shit.
Let's check that out.
It's a good one.
Heck yeah, guys. Well, you feel like we do have? You feel like playing two more, by any
Two more,
chance?
Sure.
I was thinking it'd be nice just to do a
We gotta
3 more.
change and-
3 more.
Cylinders.
Nah, I'm just
You got 3 to 4 more, yeah.
We gotta change.
Yeah.
And hit all cylinders.
of me and you. Oh, baby, baby, we ain't gotta think about the future days, my love. We've got to change our ways. We've got to change our little ways.
All I gotta say is what's next. You know what I mean?
All right, this song's called "Hitting All Cylinders."
You.
Saw this girl with long brown hair. She walked as if she just didn't care. I asked her what she up to. She said not much. How about you? I knew right then that was my chance. I couldn't wait for our first dance. She said, be out there and don't be late. Every time you just hesitate. Oh no. Suddenly, I found someone made for me. Yeah, right. Oh, my loving, we're hitting on. Saw this girl with big brown eyes. I knew I had to just go say hi. Face so cute, she was quite nice. I think that's why I wore suit and tie. But in my mind, I had this thought: oh, wrong way up, you look so bad. She said, oh my, how did you know? I'm thick as hell, but please don't go. Don't go. Found someone, all this time is made for me. Yeah, right. Oh, my loving, we're hitting all. like a dream. Nice blue eyes, a perfect smile, straight up 10 right there and then. The more she said, I couldn't bear to let her know how much I cared. And to this day she makes me blush. I think that's why I like her oh so much, so much. All my life now, I think I found that love of mine. Yeah, right. All of a sudden, we're hitting on.
Yes. If you are not listening to the Anthony Collins band, then you got to get with it because that is fire. It is hot. We got some CDs over here that you should check out online. They are incredible. That was an original. And what was the name of that song again?
Yeah, except for the ending, this motherfucker right here just was like, let's play Stratus by Billy Cobham. So it was hitting all cylinders, and then we went to that whole like other instrumental thing. That was Stratus by Billy Cobham.
That was so
that's his
sick.
fault. So we did a cover. We did a cover on accident,
We
but
have to do that. Song.
that one's an exception.
That's a beautiful fault. That's a beautiful fault.
That was cool.
Yeah, it molded together so nicely.
But hitting all cylinders, yeah.
Title track.
That's title to
track.
that last CD I put
Okay.
out when I was 15 or whatever. So you want to go listen to some old shit? I'll have some new stuff coming out pretty soon. So
Hell yeah.
you
guys
got a teaser of it today. So
Whew, I feel good. You guys are so dynamic. You guys have the ability to bring it intimate, like bring it down for the vocals for a second and then come in hot for the heavy moments. Do you feel like dynamics is important in songs? Or do you strive every
Dude,
time to
most
have
definitely.
dynamic
No, you
or
need to.
for every
Other-
song?
You can't be strong all the time. Like what the hell?
Yeah, yeah.
What's wrong with you? You can't be doing that at all. Like with anything you're doing, like,
Right.
in life.
Did
like,
you learn nothing from Tenacious D?
Oh, remember that?
Pick a destiny, baby.
Yeah. It's a learning lesson. It's a lifelong journey. Yeah. Oh
For
man.
real, dynamics though is the most key. Like that's what makes you feel the big moments is like dropping low, like in life, like you were saying, anything in life, like it's like
Mm.
a roller coaster, If you don't feel those lows, you can't feel like the happiness of the highs,
Yeah.
So it's good. It's good stuff. Thankful to be
Whew.
playing with these dudes, and thank you guys for letting us share this these tunes and stuff. And
Thank you, Barn.
Thank you
Long
guys so
time.
much
Yeah,
for being here.
Dude, thank you for
Thanks,
putting up
Zach.
with me. I appreciate you guys having me and considering having me do this. So I really appreciate it, man. It means a lot that you guys took the time to get everything set up and to do all this because, like, you guys got a lot of cool artists coming through here, and it's pretty rad to be a part of it. So thank you for keeping me in the loop. Thank you for keeping me in mind, and I hope we can work together in the near future. So.
You haven't even left yet, but we already miss you. It's that kind of thing. It's that kind of thing.
Hey, you can keep them if you want.
well, I want to say that it's
Can
just
I get that in writing?
it is really like special that all you guys are coming here. Everyone's doing this voluntarily, and we hope to grow it into something that can sustain us. But all these dudes, Noah coming down from Ramona, Ryan's coming from Temecula. Luckily, me, Andrew, and Zach live near, so it's easy for us. But Anthony's coming from Fallbrook, and Kenny Malachi lives down south. Like we're doing it, and like we're not worried about the money or anything. We just want to have fun, and then hopefully it can just keep growing, and we can just continue to get better gear to make it look and sound better. And
Yeah, who knows where this will go?
right?
Exactly.
mean?
Just the
Exactly.
pilot. man.
That's
This
pretty
is-
cool, man. I wish you guys the best. For
Thanks,
sure.
bro.
Thank you, man. And
Hallelujah.
definitely hallelujah. And out there, support your artists, get albums, go to shows when they start opening up, start streaming whatever they're producing. Because at the end of the day, art makes us feel and express ourselves and gives us meaning in the moment, which that's all I could ask for personally. So I'm really grateful for what you guys are doing. It's really inspiring. Just like you went to the show before your show and you were feeling inspired the next day, I am going to wake up on fire. I'm probably going to have to jump in the shower, not because your song made me want to go in the shower, not that kind of thing. it was nasty what you were doing, but I don't know. I don't
Whap,
feel the need to go in the
whap,
shower.
whap,
Feeling dirty.
Yeah. But thank you guys so much for being here. We can't wait to have you back, and we're stoked to see what is to come
Dude,
with this
thank you
band.
for having me.
because-
Thanks for putting up with me.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
www.anthonycullens.com.
Yeah,
got
my
the
website. You can find all my stuff, everything on there.
Plug.
Yeah.
What is the website again? Can we get that?
www.anthonycullens.com. That's
Excellent.
it. That's it, man.
Find it
The
there.
Fallbrook Man.
You can
Fallbrook
get you
Young
get all
Adult.
my social media, everything you get from my website, and then you can
Contact us.
sign up on the email list if you want to keep up to date with what's going on, especially when gigs start happening again. So
I want those emails. Well,
and
thank
CDs
you guys.
and CDs come out.
Hell
and,
yeah.
And those stream cards and whatnot.
We're excited for what's to come
Yeah.
because what tonight showed was that it's nothing but beautiful.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Barn Time episode 7.